Hello everybody, I'm Flowerdilly. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I normally play horror games, indie games, and sometimes action games depending on the time of the day and the day of the week. Now, this isn't my normal, gaming video, uh, which is probably weird. I don't normally do commentary videos. I love watching commentary videos, which is why I'm doing one today for the sole reason of just expressing something that I've been noticing recently with Dead by Daylight. Now, I've done a lot of Dead by Daylight videos. You may not have seen them all. I haven't uploaded all of them, but I do have a lot of them. So, yeah, you'll notice my Banned by Daylight series. I play it with friends. It is fun for me, right? But there are a few problems I have been noticing since I came back, because I did take about a year's break because I lost my access to the game for a short while, plus I had college and everything going on. But yes, I wanted to express a few issues I've noticed recently and the concern I have about how the game is going to be making any possible progress in the next few years. Because it is not looking good at the moment. I mean, the numbers are the same they've always been. Maybe even ever so slightly dropping. But I'm going to start off with the first reason why I think this is happening. And one is that this game is not beginner friendly, at all. I mean, yeah, you have the tutorial. It's a simple tutorial, but it doesn't give you the full sort of experience of actually going against someone in a real life game. And it intimidates people, right? Because you get the blood web thrown at you, you get all these characters to unlock, and it's very overwhelming. And after a while, you lose so many games, and it's just so it's frustrating. It's a very frustrating game. Playing Dead by Daylight is like having a toxic relationship because you love the game, but the game don't love you. So there are a few reasons that go into this not being beginner friendly, and being beginner friendly kind of attaches into all of these points I'm gonna make. This isn't a scripted video, by the way, so it's gonna sound like a lot of rambling, but I thought I'd want to express my point anyway. If you hear a lot of laughing, there are people in the background, and I just wanted to make this video for fun. So yeah. So again, my first point, it not being beginner friendly. The second point I have to make is the matchmaking. The main reason it is not beginner friendly or friendly at all is the matchmaking is absolutely atrocious. Because I'll be playing on my own and I'll get some, I don't know, poor baby hillbilly who's never touched a weapon in his life or a controller, and he's getting absolutely bullied the hell out of by these rank 1 iridescent survivor mains, right? And as a survivor main myself, I feel horrible every time it happens. Now, my dad's a killer main, and I hear about this stuff all the time, right? It is atrocious. The balance in the game is awful because behavior always favors one side more than the other. You will always hear it from a killer main. Oh, the game favors survivors, which it kind of does at the moment. And then when they start favoring killers, the survivor main's going, oh, they're favoring the killers, and it just ends up being this constant cycle where there is no balance. And I mean, every single time a new killer comes out, there's 100,000 billion bugs they need fixing, which will lead into that in a second. But yeah, the matchmaking is horrible. You either get a iridescent rank 1 survivor being put with a poor baby hillbilly, or you get an iridescent rank 1 killer getting put with 10 baby survivors who don't know what they're doing and only have one single collective brain cell. So yeah, the balance is completely off. That they need to fix the matchmaking. I don't know how. I mean, even again, I'll get put in a game with some poor Sable that has 200 ping, and every single time a killer tries to swipe at her, she's on the other side of the map and has no idea about it. So, next point I have, going back to what I was mentioning earlier, the bugs in this game after every single update are so infuriating to the point where people don't look forward to updates that much anymore. I mean, I remember when I first started playing Dead by Daylight and new killers would come out and everyone would be so thrilled about it. But now with like with the cross Sue, I call her Sue because I don't want to mispronounce her name. Sorry, girl. Yeah. But the problem with her is when she came out, there were so many different bugs. It was unbelievable. I mean, the recovery thing changed, and like even Ghostface camera stopped working for some goddamn reason. The bots stopped working when people disconnected. Pallets weren't even connecting with rocks. I mean, there was one point where my character started floating mid-game. I'm not even kidding. Like, genuinely, the game started tweaking out. It was horrendous, right? I mean, even after the recent one that just came out with the new cosmetics, I forgot the name of it because I'm a bit stupid, but even with like the new cosmetics and stuff, the frame rate of my game was absolutely awful. Bearing in mind, I've had no previous problems with my frame rate in my game. My computer runs Dead by Daylight perfectly, in fact beautifully even. I never installed anything like before this update besides the update, so it was definitely the update doing this to my game. And I just find it so disappointing because, you know, you want to be excited. You don't want to be worried that your game's going to break, you know? So that was problem number 2. Problem number 3, I would have to say, back to the imbalance with survivors and killers. The way like, whenever they update a new killer, there's always something either too, like, how do I put this? There's either something too OP about them and meta, or there's something like way too like crap about them. Like, there is nothing you can do to make this killer good, right? And the survivors don't want to play against killers that are too hard to go against. And I mean, I usually play against any killer. I never disconnect. I mean, the only time I'll ever give up is at the end of the match when there's 2 of us left and the other person ain't doing anything and it's clear they want hatch. So, you know, girly, go get your hatch. But I've never ever disconnected in my life, but the amount of times I've loaded into a game and bam, they've all disconnected. They're claiming you're hacking, wall hacks. I mean, I've even got a few screenshots of this poor Huntress getting yelled at because someone had bad ping and they were like, oh my god, I'm gonna report you and get blood points and blah blah blah. I don't know what they were yapping about, but you know, it's horrible. I mean, people go AFK instantly. I mean, I'll spend like 20 minutes loading into a game and the killer disconnects because they don't like the map. Like, like that is like the basis of Dead by Daylight at the moment. You're even lucky to even get into a full game at this point. I mean, even sometimes a survivor gets hooked once and then all of a sudden they want to play the buddy game and do blood point farming, and that's not playing the game. It's boring. I mean, I even saw this one guy, I'll put his @ there and I'll tag him in the description. I saw this one guy doing a Xenomorph game, and the first game he literally plays as he starts recording, the survivors give up and they start trying to blood point farm. It's not fun. It's boring. I mean, it's bearable if you're with a Swift, right? It is bearable if you're with a Swift, but it's so boring if you just want to play a game where you're chasing, having fun. It makes it hard to do that. And then on to the next bit with maps. As mentioned before, maps have become so unbearably easy for survivors. Coming from a survivor main, I have never seen more pallets in my life. In fact, now I'm going to put a clip in where I'm using Windows Opportunity to see how many pallets are around me in a map. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, there's already 2 in my sights. 3, actually. Okay. Let's do a little pallet count here. So we got 1, 2, T2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's already 6 pallets, 7 pallets in my area. That's insane. It's ridiculous. I mean, a killer can't even get a single hit. I mean, unsafe or safe, like, you know, it doesn't matter if the pallet's safe or not. It's still too many pallets. But, like, this new update with all the pallets just made the game so survivor-sided. And it's insane. Again, favouring one side again. No balance whatsoever. And I mean, it's all good them having, like, all these licenses for new killers and characters and stuff, but you don't want that to be the only thing giving your game sustenance. Like, you need some good gameplay. That means not buggy, that means entertaining, it means bearable to play. Okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure there was like a clip of Queso saying he'd rather do something else absolutely horrible than, you know, play Dead by Daylight, because it's such an unbearable game to play at the moment. And then next up is a complaint I heard from another killer main about the gen times being really fast. Now, I don't know if he's just been an unfortunate little sucker and been in a game where everyone's running a gen build. Reference to my video. Go watch that one after this one if you want to. But gen times are quite fast, I will admit. I mean, I've been able to sit down and do an entire gen on my own without being disrupted. So maybe adding a little extra 20-30 seconds to that wouldn't be so bad behavior. You know? And then I'm gonna make my own personal complaint now about perks, okay? If you make a perk and it doesn't fit a killer, okay, don't nerf it for every other killer, okay? Because you're therefore taking away the benefit, whatever small benefit it had for the rest of the killers, okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure there was one perk that, like, Singularity, if he was using it, he could, like, absolutely wipe out an entire, like, team. But, like, that's why you need to take your killers that you have into consideration for the perks you are making. You can't just chuck out perks willy-nilly, you know? I mean, again, the same with survivors. I mean, I know survivors don't have any special abilities or anything like that. Oh, I just hit my knee. I know, like, survivors don't have any special abilities or anything, but, like, why are we nerfing perks that didn't do much before? Rest in peace, Tenacity, my baby boy. Right? Because I mean, and the thing is, though, is, like, they don't really say they're nerfing it, they're just saying they're fixing it. In which you think there was a bug involving it. I mean, I shouldn't have to sit still. Like, I want to be able to manually recover by pressing my little button behavior. What is this? You're taking my button options away from me now. This is buttonist, okay? I like pressing down the button to recover. I liked when Tenacity actually had a purpose besides reducing my cries, and, you know, that's it. You know, yeah, sure, I can move fast, but I happen to be able to recover, like, while I'm moving. It's pointless. You've made the perk pointless now, and now nobody's going to use it. I mean, sure, sometimes you do need to nerf a perk. That's fine. Go ahead, be my guest. I don't mind. But leave the old perks alone, okay? If a new killer you're coming up with does not work with your goddamn perks, don't make the killer and tweak what the hell it's gonna be doing. Because, oh my goodness, it is absolutely mental how many old perks that old Dead by Daylight players got so used to. I mean, and to be quite honest, nobody reads the patch notes behavior. Nobody really reads the patch notes if they're a casual player. So, you know, just leave them alone, unless they're that really much of a problem, you know. But yeah, it just sucks. I mean, I think about it in like a couple years time. You know, if they keep adding and adding and adding and not fixing, the game's gonna be a bugged mess. Nobody's gonna play it, and nobody's gonna enjoy it anymore. Which is a shame, because I love Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is one of my comfort games, surprisingly, considering how it has quite the reputation. But it's just disappointing. I really want to see some change. I really want to see people, like, you know, enjoying the game again, because, you know, once upon a time, there was a time where everyone actually enjoyed Dead by Daylight. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today. That's enough of me complaining. I know, you're probably falling asleep by now. But if you agree with any of this, put it down below. If you don't agree with any of this, definitely let me know. Because a comment's a comment, and I enjoy hearing about people's opinions. But on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. It will be a gaming video, and since this isn't a gaming video, this will be posted outside of my schedule. I just wanted to make this for the funsies. I love you all. Have a lovely day. Make sure to eat and drink today. You are loved. And goodbye.